Did you know that the apostles of Jesus all died gruesome deaths? All but one. Let me explain. Starting with the rock Jesus built his church on, St. Peter was crucified upside down because he didn't feel worthy to die in the same way that Christ died. His brother Andrew was severely whipped by soldiers and crucified on an X-shaped cross and left to suffer for 2 days, preaching the gospel all that time before he died. Jeez, what a guy. And James the Greater was beheaded by the order of King Herod. James the Lesser was thrown off a cliff. He lived, but then they just beat him to death. Matthew called out the king of Ethiopia for being down bad for his niece and was stabbed for it. Thomas went to India and converted the king's family. The king was pretty mad about this, so he let him out the city and was like, "That boy not, sick him," and had him killed. Judas Iscariot, having betrayed Jesus, idolized his sin, believing it was bigger than God's mercy. He committed suicide out of guilt for betraying Jesus. My boy Simon the Zealot was sawn in half. Philip was also crucified upside down alongside Bartholomew and preached vehemently. He even convinced their captors to release Bartholomew as he remained on the cross. So maybe it would have been better if he stayed on there, because what happened next was Bartholomew was skinned alive, and if that wasn't enough, they let him suffer until they finally beheaded him. Judas Thaddeus, the cousin of Jesus, was beaten severely with clubs and then beheaded with an axe. Matthias, who replaced Judas Iscariot, was stoned and then beheaded. Paul was severely beaten various times, tortured for his faith by the mad Emperor Nero, and then finally beheaded. John the Beloved was boiled in oil, which he miraculously escaped from. He was then exiled to Patmos, where he then received the Revelation, which became the final book of the New Testament. Only he died of old age. The biggest takeaway from this? Although they all scattered when Jesus was crucified, they all repented and held strong to their faith when it mattered most. Minus Judas Iscariot, of course. And I pray that I, as well as all Christians, are able to have this level of faith in our time of dying. Follow for more.